cannot imagine the fear that person had that was working in that store. And he has 3 people come in and not just grab a little quick something and run out, but terrorize him. You don't have, unfortunately, a good likelihood of being successful if I were to put you on probation.
This young defendant thought that because this was his first felony offense, the judge would give him probations and a second chance. But everything changed the moment the details of the armed robbery were brought into court. The prosecutor literally begged the judge to send him to prison, saying the community needed protection from people like him. You could feel the tension building as the judge grew more frustrated with violent young offenders coming through her courtroom. And when the final sentence was announced, even the defendant's family erupted in anger. What happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom.
Good morning. Are you Caden
Yes.
Fontanet? Mr. Fontanet was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the first-degree felony offense of aggravated robbery. It was an unagreed plea. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that report?
We have, Your Honor.
And Mr. Coleman, you said you have a witness or some evidence?
Actually, Judge, Mr. Rojas has graciously stipulated to the admission of the surveillance video from the convenience store in question. Judge, I think that's all I wish to publish unless the court wants to see the entirety of the video.
I think that's enough.
Okay.
Mr. Rojas, you may make argument first.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead.
Judge. And obviously, after seeing that video, it makes what we're asking for harder to do. And what we're here asking for this morning, Judge, is probation. Mr. Fontainet's defense, he is a young offender. I know the court is tired of hearing the same story over and over, and young guys with guns in here. He's got a limited criminal history. I believe this is his first felony. He's never been on any kind of felony supervision or felony probation. Unfortunately, he's just fallen into the same situation that we see so many other youthful offenders fall into. He's got no direction in life. He's very little support at home. Sees no way out of the situation that he's in, so he goes and decides to rob a store and get some money. Did the wrong thing. And if his story in the PSI is to be believable for what I believe is the right reason, he's trying to help his mom out at home, he's trying to pay some bills, keep the lights on. Certainly there are better ways to go about doing that. And I hope that the time in jail has taught Mr. Fontanet that, we've got options here, Judge. We can send him to prison or we can put him on probation. Certainly he's on the road if this conduct continues, he's on the road with prison. I don't know that the day is the best time to make that exit for him. He's got a long life to live. We can send him to prison. He can be there for a few years and come back out. I don't know that he's going to get the help that he really needs in prison. There are programs available on probation that if he's serious about turning his life around, like he says in the PSI, those programs can help him. And if he does take advantage of those, it in turn would make the community a little bit safer, because there'd be one less guy running around with a gun when he does get out of prison, if that were the road that you chose to take. Plan on living at home with his mom. I think he has some younger siblings there. To his benefit, before he was even arrested, he started a GED. I think on the night that this happened, he had just finished a GED class and made a dumb decision to go hang out with these guys that he should not have been hanging out with, and did this robbery. Again, Judge, you've got 2 options. You can send him to prison, or you can try to get him some help on probation, and hopefully he will take advantage of that. And certainly if he doesn't, we're going to know pretty quick, and you'll have another chance to send him to prison probably for a longer time.
All right, thank you. What is the status of the other 2? Are there co-defendants? Have they been charged?
They have been charged, Judge, and I have both of their cases, Judge.
And they have not been sentenced yet or
No,
anything
Judge.
like that?
No,
Okay.
Judge.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Coleman.
Yeah, I'll be brief. Whether it's the Pine Club Apartments or Rogers Park or a Speedy Mart, you've seen this, and we've seen this in this community all too often. I'm preaching to the choir, Judge. Prayer vigils and advisory committees, all of that stuff's fine, but you, Judge, where the rubber meets the road. You are that person that can protect the community from somebody like this defendant. You are that person that can either let him walk out of this courtroom on probation with a piece of paper with conditions and promises that he won't resort to this kind of violence that you saw on that video, or you can ensure that the community is safe by putting him behind steel bars, concrete wall, and razor wire fence.
The judge made it clear that times have changed, and people who terrorize innocent victims with guns can no longer expect easy second chances. On one side was a young first-time offender asking for mercy and probation. On the other side was a terrified store worker who had a gun pointed in his face during a violent robbery. In the end, the judge handed down a massive 25-year prison sentence. Now the question is, was this true justice, or was the punishment simply too harsh?